guys? My name is Zack, and today I am driving the Ghostbusters Ecto-1. Up front is a 6.4-liter V8, and down below is a 3-speed automatic transmission. And I don't have to tell you that this is a childhood dream coming true here today on the Shooting Cars channel. This is a replica of the Ghostbusters Ecto-1 from the 1984 film that I grew up with and was quite frankly obsessed with. Now, what this car actually is a 1961 Cadillac commercial chassis built up by S&S. Now, the original Ecto-1 was a 1959 Cadillac built by Miller Meteor, but those cars go for insane amounts of money, and so only a 2-year model difference. I will take it. This car is done incredibly well, and I get to truly live out one of my boyhood dreams here today. But if you would like to submit your own vehicle, you can head on over to my website, zackpradel.com/submit. It's a quick and easy submission form. It takes under a minute to fill out, and I come out to you. But let's get back to that V8 under the hood, making about 325 horsepower, known as the 390 cubic inch V8. GM, Cadillac used this in a bunch of their vehicles. It's a pretty run-of-the-mill engine and was nowhere near as big of an engine as they would later offer in the 1970s, where they got up into the 8 liters. This is a measly, puny little 6.4. By Cadillac standards, that's actually pretty small. Like I said, paired to it is a 3-speed automatic transmission. It's actually shifting, doing the job pretty well here. For in 2023, I can't complain at all. Last but not least, the Ecto-1 is rear-wheel drive. So how does it feel to drive the Ecto-1? It's very, very fun. First of all, the actual driving dynamics, it is floaty, boaty, and large. This is an incredibly large automobile. But beyond that, being seen in the Ecto-1, and to be fair, I'm dressed for the part as of now. There is no cooler feeling than to be driving the Ecto-1. I can't even form words. Come on, Zack. Get it together. It's like I'm the prince of the world. Everyone waves, everyone smiles, everyone takes pictures. If you want to be a celebrity, all you have to do is drive a celebrity car, and that is so cool. So that's about the way. Let's quickly run through the interior, which is all stock Cadillac stuff. Well, in front of me I have a speedometer, then I have the coolant temperature, odometer, fuel, and what gear I'm in. Then I have my air conditioning to the bottom left, defroster to the bottom right, lights off to the left, wipers on the door with a little climate vent down below. On the door we have the crank for the window, grab handle, that's it. Moving into the center, I do have a clock, which is kind of interesting, and the ignition is found sort of on its own little thing. And then off to the right, we have the radio, tone, and speaker, as well as this really nice Cadillac badge. Little ashtray and some vents under the dash. Now, this does have heat hooked up, which I am very thankful for on this cold October morning. We don't have any cup holders, sadly, here in the Ecto-1, so unfortunately, the most exciting car of the year fails the big friggin' bottle test. Then we do have a red bench seat. It's pretty comfortable. However, speaking of seats, we do have a back part. So let's go do some back seat reviews. In the back here, this was a hearse. This was actually owned by a funeral home. And so you can see it's pretty simple and plain back here. Unfortunately, no proton packs to be found, but that's okay. I still think it's pretty sweet. Now we gotta talk about the looks, and this is the coolest thing in history. Now, the couple who built this wanted it to look like the Ghostbusters Afterlife Ecto-1, so they gave it a really rustic look and feel, and I have to say, it's just amazing. I love it so flippin' much. I love the distressed look of it, and of course with the roof rack on the top, all of that together, it's just such an amazing machine just to look at, let alone drive. But now let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think driving the Ghostbusters Ecto-1? Well, this is nothing short of a dream coming true. When I was a kid, Ghostbusters was my favorite movie. I had all the action figures, I had the t-shirts, I had all the memorabilia. I watched the movie at least once a year. My dad, who loved it more so than I, would play it on a projector on our garage door every Halloween. Here I am, the first reviews I ever did on video in my life were of Ghostbusters Ghostbusters action figures. Take a look. This is a real video.
What's up? Today I'm going to be reviewing more Ghostbusters Mini-Mates, of course. Today is the Stay Puft Man.
And so to be driving this car, I don't know if I've ever been more excited for anything in my whole life. I imagine my wedding day is going to be the only competition I will have to driving the Ghostbusters Ecto-1. And let's get on to this car as a whole. This was built by my very good friends, Matt and Al. This was kind of their halo car, was to purchase and build an Ecto-1. They built it out of a 61 because the 59s are insanely hard to find, and any of them, even in barn find condition, go for over $50,000. So that wasn't really an option. So they did the next best thing. This has a lot of the similar parts of the 59, has the tail fins. The headlights are a little different, tail lights are a smidge different, but overall, they built their dream. And that's something I want to reiterate. You could probably pick this car apart and say, well, that's not movie correct, that's not period correct, that's not what it's supposed to be. And you would be right on those accounts. This isn't 100% movie accurate. But I don't care even in the slightest, because the guttural reaction I got driving this car and seeing this car and seeing people's faces light up, that is the true power of nostalgia. Ghostbusters as a movie isn't the best movie ever made. It's cheesy, it's corny. Some stuff doesn't make sense. The special effects do not hold up here almost 40 years later. But that's not why I love and watch the Ghostbusters. I watch that movie because it gives me a warm, happy feeling. It makes me smile and laugh like I did when I was a kid. And that's the point of this car. It's not meant to be this part for part recreation down to a T. It's supposed to sort of conjure those warm, fuzzy feelings that you felt in the theater in 1984, or that warm sofa with a cup of hot chocolate watching the movie for the first time in 1996 with your dad. Maybe your father or mother, brother or sister who you used to watch the movie with, maybe they've since passed away. 80s New York just brings me comfort, and it brings the biggest, stupidest, most wonderful smile to my face. This is more than a car. The Ecto-1 is a symbol of good, warm, fuzzy feelings of being a kid, of enjoying something. Because, you know, Ghostbusters took this really scary concepts of ghosts in the afterlife and ghouls and made it fun and silly and exciting, and the big enemy is this Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. He's literally a mascot for marshmallows. Comes and attacks the city. It's so wonderful. And so to be driving this car is reliving a little bit of my childhood. It's telling part of my story. And that's what makes this car so special. All right, I gotta find like a side street so I don't confuse anyone, but this looks good. I've wanted to do this my whole life, and now I get to. It's the Ecto-1 siren! Yeah. Oh, it's so good! My life is fulfilled. I'm good. I cannot even begin to describe how thankful I am to Matt and Al for letting me take out their Ecto-1 and entrusting me with this beautiful piece of machinery. It's just the best. They're the best. Please go check out their YouTube channel, Wisco Shenanigans. They've done a whole build series with this car, how they built it, all that stuff. Please keep up to date on them. I cannot thank them enough. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.